Yeah.
and that's where it was all on its big upward spiral. So from there, it was just a matter of me just pestering people and seeing what was on the cards, helping people out,
Yeah.
networking, messaging, following, trying to be more active on social. And it was just a grind that every caster has to kind of go through, give me a shot, give me a chance, give me a gig. And then we had the local events through Insomnia
Mhm.
that, we just all grinded out, really. We went down there, cracked on with it, got them done. It
And these are
was
all voluntary? Do you get paid for any of this stuff? You just kinda go in and get on the mic?
It was there were yeah, kind of. It was a bit of both. Like the first ones were all voluntary.
Yeah.
You'd message him say, "Can we cast it? Can we do this? Can we do that?"
Right.
And me and me and Wonderboy, just grinded the shit out of all them.
Nice.
And got them done. With Roy, there was more stuff involved in there, like setup, administration, advertising. It wasn't just going there as a caster. We did everything. We were
Right.
running the forums at the time. We were with Miko from Gfinity, and Roy. They were all running the forums. Miko was working his ass off to get these events off the ground.
Yeah.
And it was a lot more intensive than just casting. It
Right.
was all the backbone put into it, setting it all up, setting the events up, updating the Xboxes, signing in everything, setting up the mix amps, setting up all the chairs. It was start to finish, administration, everything. It was good. It was all part of the LAN environment, right? But the issue for me
Yeah.
is more in the background, is that it was costing me money to get down. It was costing me days off work,
Right.
tregging shit up and down on trains and stuff. It was a nightmare, but eventually it got better and better, and then we started getting paid. Not much, but enough just to cover as kind of expenses, really.
Yeah.
And again, we just there on it, we're just getting better and better and bigger and bigger. Unfortunately, Halo 4 was struggling. That's when the European scene moved back to Halo 3. And it was good because there was nothing else really on the card for us at the time. We were waiting for MCC. And then we run the first MCC tournament, actually.
Mhm.
Because I remember speaking to 343
Wow,
at the
really?
time.
First? Okay.
Yeah, with the LAN environment, we were giving them all the issues that we were having, and we were talking to them at the same time. They were
Oh,
giving us
no.
feedback. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
It's the first ones to experience the problems basically as well, right?
Yeah, it was. It was fun.
Oh, no.
The Gamescom Invitational over there. That's how I kind of got to know people more on a bigger side, because I know Gamescom was coming up, and then I messaged Bravo and Golden Box. I knew they were casting it, so I give them a lot of information on the European players and such, and then that's how I kind of got talking to them, and things started progressing for me and my career wise a little bit. Because then 343 reached out and asking, you're interested in doing bits and bats and other things. So
Nice.
it was good. It was good fun. It was just kind of networking. I have said, like, to any caster, networking is the biggest thing, and it's the grind that we all have to go through. You've got to do the event, start at the bottom, work your way up. You get your chance eventually, and you get your shot as long as you stick with it. But networking, and a big thing that not a lot of people do is try and build a brand for yourself. Like, if I knew what I knew back then, I'd have gone off. I'd have done YouTube. I'd have done Twitch streaming. I'd have done Instagram. Like, all this shit behind it is part and parcel of it. You have to sell yourself, not just a good caster, but you have to, if you're going for new work, especially because everyone else is so already cemented out there, you have to have a brand. I just wish I'd have done more. I really do. I wish I'd done the YouTube grind. The YouTube grind is probably where it's at and where you can see some of the bigger people now, but certainly it's still doable. New game comes out, jump on it, bump straight away, and work your ass off. But yeah, it's definitely a grind.
Yeah, and it's always still going to be a grind, but I'd say, yeah, it's definitely still doable for you as well. You've accomplished so much already to really solidify yourself in the space, like PUBG. And I mean, PUBG might not be quite as large as it is, or as it was previously, but that's a huge opportunity from there. Like, I mean, man, I'd only expect you to get other large ESL gigs going forward. Not to get into a whole thing about that, but yeah, it's amazing work there.
It's good fun. I think that's the whole point. It's also nice for me kind of these days to sit back and see it. It's something that Golden Boy always told me about. Because
that's what I wanted to ask about too. Yeah. So
our first kind of big one was Gfinity. That was where things kind of for us changed, and we were like, shit, Alex is coming. And we're like, me and I remember me and Wonder Boy were like, shit, Golden Boy's been shipped across. Like, this is big, and that's kind of when it kind of hit us like, shit, this is getting out of control now. This is amazing. I remember being at the old Gfinity studios up in the roof with a Gfinity 2K, £2,000 prize pool. That's all it was. But my God, it was massive and it was amazing.
But then meeting Golden Boy was a very positive experience as well, because apparently, and I was doing some research, apparently he was kind of like a mentor figure for you early on, and you learned a lot from him getting into casting. Was there anything that you kind of be able to, bring on to us that you've learned from Golden Boy?
Alex still is. I still text Alex personally to this day. Very good friend of mine. Was very influential in me, giving me feedback, giving me pointers really on things to do, things to look out for, games to chase. Just general one pointers, and just generally been a friend to whinge, moan at, to be an agony aunt, give feedback. Alex is probably one of the nicest people in the industry, and more importantly, like, he's one of the best. I still stand by this, that Golden Boy is by far one of the greatest talents in not just this industry but TV and everything else. The man is so confident. But he's just generally a beacon of positivity, and it kind of it breeds, because like you see Alex being positive, it's like really want to do that. I can see Badgeford already calling me negative. We won't go there, Ryan. We know what you're like, and you're right. No, I'm not joking.
Yeah, this comes from Badge.
It does breed his positivity. But Alex was always good, and he was always pushing me to do it and helping me out with stuff like that. And he always kind of said to me, I said, is there anything that I can do to pay you back? And he just says, just pay it back to other people. If you see good talent, recommend them and push them forward.
Yeah, he's kind of eccentric in that way. Like, he's always very positive. You're right, though. I've noticed that. Like, and that's such an infectious attitude to have. Like, people just want to be a part of that. It's hard to do that, though. Like, I wonder if he does maintain that in his personal life as well. But he does seem to be just like a generally cheery guy. But yeah, as far as like casting itself, like, so what, he would give you like tips and stuff, like post casting, like.
Yeah, I've asked him about various things. I think Alex is more. When I've spoken to him before, it's like, you need to go away and do your own homework. And I've always been a big fan of that as well. Go and find your own footings. And he's always kind of pointed me towards that. Go and do your own homework, do your own VOD research, do your own look at feedback, and so on and so forth. But it's more about doing the hard groundwork, doing the research, and doing that side of it, and going away and seeing where you can improve, as opposed to trying to make me better. It's like, go and make yourself better. There's only yourself that can make you better. But it's just generally been, like I say, it's good to be at an event with him, because he just breeds positivity into the team around him, and that bleeds, and it's rather infectious.